Okay, so someone out there is really curious about Chainlink. Send us a whole pile of stuff to dig through: technical papers, case studies, even their white paper. Wow.
Yeah, they definitely weren't messing around. Someone's ready for a deep dive, and honestly, that's what we love to see.
Love it when you're ready to get your hands dirty, right?
Yeah.
But before we get lost in the weeds, let's set the stage for everyone. We're talking blockchains, smart contracts, the whole Web3 thing. Where does Chainlink even fit in?
Perfect place to start. See, as amazing as blockchains are, they've got this, well, a problem. It's like they're kind of isolated, like islands.
Isolated. But isn't the whole point of blockchains to connect everything in this new decentralized way?
Exactly. But picture this. You've got this amazing chef, right? Top notch, the best. But they're stuck in a kitchen with only a handful of ingredients.
Okay, getting a metaphor here. So blockchain's the kitchen. Smart contracts are the chefs.
And Chainlink. They're the solution to the supply problem. That secure bridge between the blockchain and the real world, bringing those crucial ingredients, the data that smart contracts need.
So if a smart contract wants to know, say, the price of Ethereum, it needs Chainlink to go out and find that info.
Precisely. Without Chainlink, that smart contract's basically blind to anything happening outside the blockchain. And that's a big problem if you're trying to build something people actually use.
Makes sense. What's the point of a decentralized finance app if it can't even tell you what your crypto's worth?
Chaos, utter chaos. That's why this whole thing, this Oracle problem, it's a big deal for blockchain tech. But Chainlink, they're onto something special with their solution.
Okay, I'm all ears. Lay it on me. How does Chainlink actually get this real-world data onto the blockchain? And how do we know it's, accurate? Don't want our chef working with spoiled ingredients?
That's where it gets really cool. They don't just rely on one source, which could be, well, compromised. Instead, they use something called Decentralized Oracle Networks. DONs for short.
Decentralized Oracle Networks. Intriguing. Break that down for me.
Think of it like a network of independent data providers, each with their own reputation to uphold. So instead of trusting just one source, you're getting info from multiple sources, all double-checking each other.
Like getting a second opinion, or third, even a fourth, to make sure you're not getting fooled.
Exactly. It's about building a system that's really hard to manipulate, really hard to trick, makes the data super secure, super reliable, because even if one source goes rogue, the others are going to sound the alarm.
Now that's what I call trustworthy. It's like Chainlinks bring in some good old-fashioned reliability to this whole blockchain thing.
Absolutely. And we're not just talking about simple things like prices. We're talking about bringing all kinds of real-world info onto the blockchain.
Like what? Give me an example of that.
Well, there's this company, Cassie 8 Gold. They're using Chainlink to prove that their, get this, tokenized gold is backed by actual physical gold reserves.
Tokenized gold.
What?
Like
Yeah.
digital gold bars or something.
Yep. But how do you know those digital gold bars aren't just, well, smoke and mirrors?
Right. You'd want to be pretty sure there's a real vault full of gold somewhere to back up your investment.
And that's exactly what Chainlink helps them do. It's called Chainlink Proof of Reserve, or POR, like a digital auditor that can actually look into Cash Gold's vaults in the real world.
So Chainlink actually checks to see if the gold is really there.
Exactly. And then it publishes that proof right there on the blockchain for everyone to see. That's transparency. Brings a whole new level of trust to this world of tokenized assets.
We went from concerned investors to high-tech digital auditors pretty quickly there. I'm starting to see why this Chainlink thing has you so fired up. Seems like it's solving a pretty big problem for the future of blockchain, the future of Web3 even.
It really is. And honestly, we're just scratching the surface here. We've only just begun to explore what Chainlink can really do.
All right, so we're back. And I got to say, that Chainlink proof of reserve thing, pretty slick. Like having a digital watchdog for your gold.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, believe me. What we've talked about so far is really just the foundation. The really cool stuff, the really game-changing stuff, comes with what we call hybrid smart contracts. Bit of a mouthful, I know, but trust me on this one.
Hybrid smart contracts. Okay, you've definitely got my attention. What makes them so special?
Okay, think back to our chef analogy. Remember, a regular smart contract, it's like that chef stuck in their kitchen, right? Limited by whatever ingredients they've got on hand. But a hybrid smart contract, that chef's got access to the whole world of ingredients, delivered fresh.
Like they've got a direct line to every farmer's market, every specialty store, the works.
You got it. Hybrid smart contracts can tap into all that real-world data, do complex calculations off-chain, even talk to other blockchains, all while still being secure and transparent thanks to the blockchain.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. But give me an example, a real-world use case, so I can really wrap my head around it.
Let's talk decentralized finance. DeFi, you familiar with that?
I've definitely heard the term thrown around.
So there's this platform called Liquidy. They let you borrow a stablecoin called LUSD using your Ethereum as collateral.
So, like taking out a loan, but instead of your house, you're using your crypto.
Exactly. But here's the catch: for this whole system to work, Liquidy needs to constantly know the price of Ethereum, right? Because if the price drops too low, the borrower, they risk getting liquidated. And nobody wants that.
Sounds like a job for our friend Chainlink.
Bingo. Liquidy uses Chainlink price feeds baked right into their smart contracts. This way, they're always using accurate price data that can't be tampered with, which is, kind of important when you're dealing with potentially billions of dollars in loans.
Wow, so Chainlink is like the backbone of this whole lending platform. Talk about responsibility. It's way more than just providing data. It's about building trust in this whole DeFi space.
Absolutely. And that trust, that reliability, it's huge. Think about it. What if decentralized finance could be just as trustworthy, just as reliable as the traditional financial system? That's what Chainlink is making possible.
Now that's a future I can get behind. But you mentioned something earlier about Chainlink and privacy, and I'm struggling to square that circle a bit. Isn't blockchain supposed to be all about transparency?
It's a common misconception, but actually, Chainlink can actually help developers build more privacy into their applications. One of the ways they do that is with something called Mixicles.
Mixicles. Now, that's a word I haven't heard before. Sounds kind of secretive.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the idea is pretty simple. Imagine you're making a transaction, right? Maybe on a DeFi platform, and you don't want the whole world to know your business. Mixicles let Chainlink process your transaction without ever actually revealing your information, not even to the Oracle nodes themselves.
So it's like one of those secret messages where only the person with the decoder ring can read it.
Exactly. You got it. It's all about giving users more control, more control over their data. And it lets developers build these really cool apps that are both transparent and private when they need to be.
That's amazing. Okay, so we've got secure loans, we've got private transactions. What other tricks does this Chainlink magician have up its sleeve? What other real-world stuff are people building with this?
Well, remember those hybrid smart contracts we were talking about? Turns out they're not just for finance. Take a look at Thales. They used Chainlink to build get this, a prediction market around the Olympics.
Hold on. A prediction market? You mean like betting on who's going to win the gold medal in swimming?
Exactly that. They wanted to let people place bets on all the different Olympic events, right? But to do that, they needed a secure way to get the real-world results of those events onto the blockchain.
And that's where Chainlink comes in. So the event's over, the results get fed to the smart contract, and boom, payouts are automatic.
Precisely. It's all automated, all tamper-proof, thanks to Chainlink. And this is just one example. We're seeing prediction markets for everything these days. Elections, weather patterns, you name it.
That's wild. It's like Chainlink's bringing these real-world events into the digital world in a way that actually means something. But we haven't even touched on the elephant in the room yet, global finance, the big leagues.
Ah, yes. Now we're talking. And that's where Chainlink's vision for this whole Web3 thing really starts to get interesting.
All right, lay it on me. How is Chainlink shaking up the world of finance as we know it?
Well, let's just say we're already seeing the first tremors of a major earthquake. One of the most exciting things happening right now is Chainlink's work with Swift.
Wait, Swift? As in the Swift, the global financial system, the one that moves trillions of dollars around the world every day.
The one and only. They're exploring how Chainlink can bridge the gap between that traditional financial world and the whole blockchain space.
Now that's a game changer. But how would that even work?
Imagine a world where you can move assets, stocks, bonds, even real estate across different blockchains, different financial networks instantly, securely, with all the benefits of blockchain tech.
So no more waiting days for settlements, no more dealing with a million intermediaries. You could move your assets around the world with a few clicks.
Exactly. We're talking about a future where global finance is faster, more efficient, more transparent, and it's all thanks to Chainlink.
Okay, you've convinced me. Chainlink is a game changer. It's kind of mind-blowing to think this tech could change everything from how we borrow money to how global banking works.
And the best part, we're still so early. This is just the beginning. Chainlink is constantly evolving, always adding new features, new capabilities. What we've talked about today, it's just a glimpse of what this thing can do.
Speaking of evolving, you mentioned something about Chainlink 2.0 earlier.
Yeah.
Sounds like a major upgrade.
Oh, yeah. Chainlink 2.0 is like taking everything that makes Chainlink great and turning it up to 11. Imagine. Even more security, even more privacy, a whole new level of what's possible with these decentralized Oracle networks.
Okay, I'm officially hooked. What exactly does Chainlink 2.0 have in store? What does it mean for the future of this tech? We'll unpack all that and more when we come back. All right, so we're back, and I'm ready to have my mind blown wide open. Chainlink 2.0, it's like the sequel that's even bigger and bolder than the original, right?
That's a great way to put it. It's everything that makes Chainlink revolutionary, but cranked up to 11. We're talking about a future where those decentralized applications, they're not just a cool idea, they're actually more secure, more private, more powerful than we ever thought possible.
Okay, you've definitely got my attention. Hit me with the highlights. What makes Chainlink 2.0 so groundbreaking?
Well, one of the biggest things they're tackling is something called Fair Sequencing Services, or FSS for short. It's all about solving this problem in the blockchain world called front-running.
Front-running doesn't sound particularly fair.
It's not. Imagine this. You're trying to buy tickets to a concert, right? A big one, sold-out show. You're in line, credit card ready, but right when you're about to click buy, someone swoops in with some insider knowledge and buys up all the best seats. Leaves you with nothing but nosebleed seats at triple the price.
Ugh, the worst. Like those ticket scalpers who ruin it for everyone.
Exactly. Front-running on the blockchain. It's basically the same thing. Except instead of concert tickets, it's people manipulating transactions, trying to game the system and make a profit at everyone else's expense.
Not cool. So how does Chainlink 2.0 stop this? Does it give everyone the same internet speed or something?
It's a bit more sophisticated than that. Chainlink's FSS, it's like an impartial referee, a traffic director. Instead of transactions going straight to the blockchain where they can be exploited, they go through Chainlink first. Chainlink makes sure everything is ordered fairly, securely, no cutting in line allowed.
So it levels the playing field, makes the whole system more democratic. That's huge for the average user.
Yeah.
But it sounds like FSS is just one piece of the Chainlink 2.0 puzzle, right?
Yeah.
What else is there?
Oh, they're pushing the envelope on privacy, too. Remember those Mixicles we talked about? They're making them even more robust. Imagine making a DeFi transaction, but with the same anonymity as, like, using cash. That's the level of privacy we're talking about with Chainlink 2.0.
Wow, that's next level stuff. But you also touched on something earlier about Chainlink connecting to traditional businesses. That seems like a huge hurdle.
It is, but it's also one of the most exciting parts of their vision. They're building the tools to seamlessly bring blockchain tech to businesses, to integrate it with how things already work.
So we're talking automated supply chains, secure ways for companies to share data, maybe even self-executing contracts.
Exactly. Imagine a world where businesses can tap into all the benefits of blockchain, the security, the transparency, the efficiency, without having to completely reinvent the wheel. That's the promise of Chainlink 2.0.
It's like Chainlink's this universal adapter, plugging the blockchain world into the real world. Pretty incredible when you think about it.
It really is. And the best part is, we're just getting started. Chainlink is all about pushing the limits, constantly evolving. This is just a taste of what it can do.
Well, you've given us a lot to think about, that's for sure. It seems like Chainlink really could be the foundation for a different kind of future, a more decentralized, transparent, efficient future. What a fascinating deep dive this has been. From those early days of blockchain struggling to access real-world data to this vision of a world transformed by secure, reliable, and accessible information, Chainlink has come a long way, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon. As always, a huge thank you to our expert for breaking down this complex topic with such clarity and insight, and to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Chainlink. Until next time, keep those curiosity engines running, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.